Okay, here we go. Today we're going to be flying from Denver, Colorado to Telluride, Colorado. Telluride is like a resort town. It's, from what I read, the airport is the highest commercial airport in the country. It's like almost 9,100 feet above sea level. And we're going to be flying this freeware airplane I found on xplane.org. It's called a Dornier DO 328. There's actually 2 flights from Denver to Telluride every day, I guess weather permitting. And it actually uses the same plane, except the plane they use has jet engine instead of dual props like this one has. So let's go ahead and get our flight plan started and get set up and ready to go. Let's file our flight plan. The manufacturer is a company called Dornier, and the model is a 328. And the airline that flies this flight is Key Lime Air, and the flight number is going to be 2960. It's going from KDEN to the Telluride Airport designation KTEX, and we're going to be flying at 22,000, and the waypoints are going to be LOZUL and ETL. Let's go ahead and file this flight plan, get started.
Key line 2960, Denver International, altimeter 2997.
Let's go ahead and write that down, altimeter 2997.
Denver International, altimeter 2997, key line 2960.
Request clearance.
Key line 2960, cleared IFR2, Telluride RGNL, as filed, maintain, flight level 220, squawk 4701.
Squawk 4701, let's write that down.
Cleared IFR2, Telluride RGNL, as filed, maintain, flight level 220, squawk 4701, key line 2960.
Okay, before we request our taxi, let's go ahead and get our pushback going.
Ground to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready. Ground to cockpit, tower driving up.
Okay, while that's happening, let's go ahead and program our FMS. We actually have a flight ready to go here. KDEN to KTEX, flight number DO 2960, and we're going to be climbing, when we hit 140 knots, we're going to climb to 14,000 feet, and up to 215 knots. We're going to climb
Okay,
to
all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
22,000 will be our cruising altitude, and then when we hit 22,000 we'll speed up to 240 knots. And that's all we can do for now until we get our departure runway.
Wincing strap and adapter in position. Release parking brake when ready to start pushback.
Okay, release the parking brake. Start pushing back.
Starting pushback.
Okay, while we're doing that, we'll go ahead and set our altimeter. Right now it's at 2996, so we need to set it to 2997. So we go up to the barrow knob here and go up 1. We're at 2997. Our transponder is at 4701, and it's already at 4701, so we're good there. check the weather. Looks like the winds coming out of the southwest at 4 knots, gusting at +0, so the wind isn't much of a factor.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Okay, let's set the parking brake off.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by. Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have fun up there.
Thank you very much. We'll wait till we get the hand signal and then we'll get our taxi instructions. Okay, we're ready to taxi. Let's go ahead and take the parking brake off. Get our taxi instructions.
Key line 2960, runway 17, right, taxi via Lima, Zulu, Mike 10, hold short of runway 17, right.
17 right.
2 Juliet, Romeo, contact tower on 124.30.
Contact tower on 124.302 Juliet Romeo.
17 right.
Runway
Back.
17 right. Taxi via Lima Zulu Mike 10. Hold short of runway 17 right. Key line 2960.
Okay, let's go ahead and taxi. Here we go. Okay, we're coming up to the turn off to the runway here. We're going to turn off here, finish configuring our flight management console, and start getting the plane ready for takeoff. And then get our clearance. So let's stop right here. Parking brake in. Finish our console setup. We're going to be departing from 17 right. And we're going to be arriving runway 9. That looks good. So our legs look good. Our flight management console looks good. Let's close that. Let's go ahead and get our permission to take off.
Key line 2960. Contact tower on 124.30.
Contact tower on 124.30. Key line 2960. Tower, key line 2960.
Key line 2960. Fly heading 180. Runway 17 right. You're cleared for takeoff.
Fly heading 180. Runway 17 right. Key line 2960.
Okay, let's get out on the runway. We're clear for takeoff. Stop here and finish configuring this. So what we need to do, we've set our altitude to 22,000. We want to set our vertical speed to about 500. You see that right down there. And we want to set our, I'm going to turn on autopilot, and we want to give flaps 1. And the other thing we need to do is we have to set our condition throttles up to max for takeoff. We should be ready to roll. Here, let's go ahead and take off our brake. And let's hit it. Climbing, we have positive rates, so we'll go gear up, and we're going to set our autopilot to flight management, and we're going to go VNAV and nav. We're on our way.
Line 2960. Contact center on 135.60.
Contact center on 135.60. Key line 2960.
Okay. We're at 140 knots. We're climbing nicely. We'll climb up to 14,000. Just hit 10,000. 4,000 to go, and then we'll speed up to 215 knots until we get to 22,000. Looks pretty smooth right now, not a lot of turbulence. Coming up on 12,000. Once we get to 14,000, we'll pull back our flaps, and then we'll speed up about 215 knots, and then we'll start climbing up to 22,000. 13.5. $13.8. Okay, flaps up. Now we should start speeding up, which we are. 150 knots, 160 knots. Speeding up nicely. And we're starting to climb again. Now we'll climb up to 22,000 feet.
Romeo, fly heading 350.
Climb heading 350 to Juliet, Romeo. Climb heading 0702 Juliet, Romeo.
A little turbulence. Everything's looking good. 1,700 feet to go. Coming up on 1,000 to go. We'll hear a little beep here in a second. Right there, it means 1,000 to go to our cruising altitude.
Juliet, Romeo, flight maintain, flight level 360.
Climb and maintain flight level 3602 Juliet, Romeo.
Okay, we're at our cruising altitude, so we'll go ahead and cut back on our condition throttle here, down 1, until we get up to 240 knots. Okay, we're almost at 240 knots. We've got a little bit of turbulence. $235. Let's go ahead and
Juliet, Romeo, climb and maintain.
one more
Flight
down
level
on our condition
350.
throttle here.
Climb and maintain flight level 3502 Juliet, Romeo.
That's where we'll cruise at. So we're cruising now, and our top of descent is going to be 132 more miles, so we'll start descending in 132 miles.
Juliet, Romeo.
Okay, we're getting close to start descending here, so let's go ahead and configure this plane. We're going to go down to, I think 12,000 is what we have to stay above, so let's check our legs here. Yeah, 12,000. So let's go ahead and set our altitude down to 12,000.
Juliet, Romeo, climb and maintain, flight level 350.
Climb and maintain flight level 3502
And we'll set our
Juliet, Romeo.
turn on
Juliet,
BS.
Romeo, fly heading 080.
Now we should start descending once we get to the top of descent here, which is in 20 miles. Been flying through a lot of dense clouds, and now it's kind of broken up now, so I think we should be all right. We just got to make sure that we can
Juliet,
see the
Romeo,
runway,
climb and
because
maintain,
this
flight
particular
level
runway
350.
does have a localizer, but it doesn't
Climb and
have a
maintain
glide slope,
flight
so
level
you have to fly it in manually.
3502 Juliet, Romeo.
You can get lined up with the computer, but you have to fly it in manually. Hopefully it won't be too bad. Let's check the weather here, see what the wind's doing. So the wind's only at a 0.6 knots with plus
2
0
Juliet Romeo. Climb and
gusts,
maintain.
so
Flight level 350.
I think we're going to be all right.
Climb and maintain. Flight level 3502 Juliet Romeo.
16 to top of descent. Let's check our map here. Looks like we're going good. You can see Telluride's right there. It says KTEX. And in fact, we can go ahead and set our radio 109.3 right now. I'm going to cut back the throttle just a smidgen here. A little bit of turbulence out there, not too bad though. We can see the ground, that's good. Yeah, we flew out of those clouds, so we should be good. Looks pretty clear. "12 to top of descent. Actually 11. We just hit 11. It's such a cool little plane. For free. Download it for free. 6 miles to top of descent. We're almost there. Start descending. Then all we have to do is control our speed and
2 Juliet Romeo.
concentrate on
Climb
the
and
landing
maintain.
at the end.
Flight level 350.
A little tricky. I always have a tendency to come in a little too high because you're flying into a plateau, and if you come in too low, you just crash right into the side of the mountain. So it takes a little practice on this one. Of course, my landings aren't that great anyway. And there we go, we're descending. Flight management system calculates the rate of descent for us. So we're going to be descending down to 12,000 feet. It looks like we're coming into some more cloud cover here, so we'll just stay alert, take it as it comes.
2 Juliet Romeo. Climb and maintain. Flight level 350.
Let's go ahead and cut
Climb
back
and
the
maintain.
throttle a little
Flight
bit
level
here. We're
3502
going a
Juliet
little bit
Romeo.
fast. Check our map. So we're going to fly to this ETL right here, and then we're going to make a turn and come right in.
2 Juliet Romeo.
Pretty good.
2
Let's check
Juliet
our legs
Romeo.
here.
Fly heading 080.
Fly heading 0.
So we're 23 miles
Juliet
from
Romeo.
ETL, and then we'll make our turn towards the
2
runway.
Juliet Romeo.
Landing on runway 090. What's our speed looking? Our speed's down to 215. That's good. Once we make the turn at ETL, that's when
2
the fun
Juliet
begins.
Romeo. Fly heading
That's
130.
That's when you really have to have
Fly
control.
heading 1.
Still a lot of clouds out there. Really need to get below them. It's a little worrisome. But if we can't land, we can't land. If you can't see the runway, you can't land here. 5 miles. Make our turn. Let's go ahead and slow down some more here. Cut our throttle back a little bit more. I think we're coming in through the clouds now. We should be all right. Hopefully. Okay, we're making the turn towards the runway, so now we have to do some work. As soon as we get lined up here, which means as soon as we get to, we're going to fly to HODLO at 100 at a heading of 108, and then we're going to turn to the runway heading at ZABGU at 093. A lot of clouds, a little worrisome. Really need to get under those clouds. See a little ground there. Maybe we'll get in there. Okay, so now we're going to be lined up with the runway. So now what we can do is we're going to go out of FMS mode into nav mode. And we're going to hit the approach button, and then we're going to go VS, and we're going to descend at a rate of about 1100. If we can get this thing right here. (1100 feet a minute). And we're going to change our altitude to about 94. We should start descending here, which we are. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that. And we still can't see the runway, which we should be able to see by now, so we might have a little problem here landing this thing. Let's go ahead and give it flaps 1. Keep slowing down. And maybe we can see the runway. I think I can see the runway. It's right there. We're a little high. So we're going to have to take over this flight, turn the autopilot off, and start descending here. We're a little high right now. We need to descend faster. Well, we can see the runway. That's good. We should be able to land this now. Yeah, I have control of the aircraft now, so let's go ahead and give her flaps 2. Got to keep descending here.
2 Juliet Romeo. Fly heading 130.
Speed's under control. That's
Fly
good.
heading 130. Juliet Romeo.
Let's go ahead and get our gear down. Gears down. Okay, this is the moment of truth here. We're a little high. We got 4 white pappies. We're doing good. We're only at 150 knots. Okay, now we got our red pappies.
2 Juliet Romeo.
Level off a little here.
350.
Climb and maintain.
Flaps
Flight
3.
level 350. Juliet Romeo.
2 Juliet Romeo. Fly heading 080.
Fly heading 080. Juliet Romeo.
Okay, let's get down here. This is always fun, landing here. Okay. A little hard there. Reverse thrusters on. Well, we got it down. That was kind of a hard landing, but it's better than reverse thrusters off. We'll go ahead and coast into the... Start cleaning it up. Flaps up 1. We landed it. A little bit on the hard side, but it's not easy. Flaps up again. We'll turn off right here. At least we didn't come in too steep that time, but we just dropped a little fast there at the end. And we can go park. There's a parking T right here. We'll just park right here. Right there. Let's see how good we're. Let's go ahead and hit our Parking brake. Flaps up again. Let's see how well we did here. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, we made it down. We're parked, and if we go to our condition throttle here, and we go all the way down to fuel off, it'll actually cut the turn off the engines for us. We're down, so let's take a look at our landing here. Oh, you see our landing wasn't all that good. We kind of double bounced and hit our front wheel, which isn't good, but we're down and it doesn't look like anything's too injured, so that's that. We're in Telluride and we'll be flying out of here next time. So if you've enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit subscribe and like or whatever, or make comments about things I'm doing wrong, and we'll be ready to head out about a week from now. Thanks for watching.